I'm your Slocum 23, you're joining me for my first two lows, Chapter 6, Hurt and Comfort. I may not remember the exact moment I fell in love with Mason Jennings, but I do remember when I realized we'd always care about each other. Like any unsupervised 10-year-olds in the middle of a summer vacation, we'd managed to slip off on an adventure. We were exploring some woods near our neighborhood when it happened. Upward and onward, we're still miles away from where the treasure's buried. I don't care about the treasure anymore. I'm hungry. And let's go back to my house. I'll ask Dad if you can save for dinner. But it'll take us forever to walk back home. I'll starve to death. I sourly fold my arms, but Mason didn't falter. I won't let you die. I'm gonna bring you that. I looked where he pointed. A juicy red apple hung tantalizingly from the top of a tree. Mason began to clamber up its trunk. Mason, be careful. It's so up high. I don't want you to fall. I don't want you to be hungry. Besides, any good explorer should know how to climb a tree. I anxiously watched Mason as he climbed higher and higher up the tree, crawled from branch to branch with ease. He'd always been so athletic. As he neared the top, I couldn't help but notice the branches were thinning out. My palms started to sweat. Mason, are you sure that's safe? Oh, it's no problem. I'm almost... Ah! He lost his grip on the branch and tumbled to the ground. I rushed over to him. No, are you okay? Please tell me you're okay. I'll be fine. I just got the wind knocked out of me. Must be a short tree, then. This is all my fault. No, it isn't. Don't say that. But you got hurt because of me. I laid his head in my lap, brushing the leaves out of his hair. He grinned, holding the apple up to me. It was worth it. The memory came flooding back as, once again, I cradled Mason's head in my lap. He clutched his shoulder, gritting his teeth. Oh. Shall we get the nurse? I'll be fine. I just need a minute. Mason, you don't have to put on a brave face for me. Sorry, I'm not trying to act tough. I just don't want to worry you. Mason, what kind of friend would I be if I wasn't worried about you? He closed his eyes. He looked so comfortable and at home in my arms. Emma, I'm glad it's you. My heart skipped a beat. Did he really just mean that? Or what about Ava? Just promise me you won't go anywhere. I won't. Promise. He shifted in my arms and flinched. I felt a shiver run through my body. What if he had a concussion? He could be in real trouble. I had to keep him conscious. He hurt his arm, but we need to keep him talking, just in case he hurt his head. Is there anything else I can do to help? Do you have fast-working painkillers? Or chocolate? How about coffee? Only the pleasure of my company, but it's better than nothing. I think I can live with that. He let out a sigh and closed his eyes. Hey, don't go to sleep. Look at me. He opened his eyes, beaming up at me. There are worse things to look at. Despite everything, a smile crept across my face. Even injured, Mason was disarmingly sweet. I just hope the shoulder isn't too bad. I'd hate to be out of commission when football season is just kicking off. Don't stress yourself out more. Try to focus on something else. Okay, I kinda just want to listen to your voice. Talk to me about something. Anything. Okay, I can talk about the great pineapple on pizza debate. First, the argument is in favor. Sweet and savory have paired together well for ages. Look at caricature boards, or brie and fig jam. Yes, please. But as a counterpoint, it's still plain gross in context. Soggy pineapple on a hot pizza? Terrible mouthfeel. No, okay. No, it's not. You shut up right now. I can see you've given this some thought. Mac and I have this debate every time we get pizza. I've become well-versed on the issue. Mason laughed, and I could sense the tension leaving his body as he relaxed. Okay, I think I feel a little bit better. His eyelids began to droop again, and I noticed Noah watching from a distance. But I had to focus on helping Mason. Remember that time we were kids and you fell out of a tree trying to get me an apple? He grinned up at me with the same expression he had given me when he gave me the apple. That's your idea of taking my mind off things, reminding me of a different time I got hurt? Hey, you survived, didn't you? Probably because you were there to take me home. I'm starting to think that's good for you to have me around. I've thought that too. He sounded woozy, and there was something unguarded about the way he was talking. That's why I tried to get you the apple in the first place. I wanted you to like me more. He smiled warmly at me, and I felt butterflies in my stomach. I had a crush on him for so long. Had he felt the same way? I didn't know you cared so much about me liking you. Was impressing me that important to you? In the brain of a 10-year-old Mason, yes. In the brain of a present-day Mason, also yes. I tried to keep my composure, but my heart was hammering in my chest. Was he in such a daze that he was saying things he didn't or wouldn't normally admit? I think about that incident a lot, actually. Really? Why is that? Honestly, every time I eat an apple, I can't help but remember. Does the shock of falling 5 feet come rushing back to you? No. What I think of is a look on your face when you rushed over to see if I was okay. I could tell you how worried you were, and how much you must have cared about me. I think that was the moment that I knew we'd always be there for each other. His eyes fluttered shut. I had to keep him talking, so I said the first thing that popped into my head. Of course I'm here for you. I do care about you. The thought of something bad happening to you is scary. That's exactly what I mean. I know nothing bad is going to happen to me as long as you're here. I hope you know I'd do anything for you, too. We've got a bond, we always have. And I'm grateful every day I have you in my life. I'm grateful, too. He looked at me with so much gratitude and affection that I was afraid I was going to start blushing. He raised his uninjured arm and squeezed my shoulder. I leaned closer. You're my best friend, Emma. Thanks for having my back. Yep, how's that jarring best friend words coming back to you? My stomach sank. Of course, he was just talking about our friendship. He was dating Ava, what had I expected? Yeah, of course. It's what I'm here for. Suddenly I became aware of the coach shouting at Noah. I was so concerned for Mason I almost forgotten that there were other people around. What the hell was that, Harrison? Are you trying to kill Mason? That was a tackle, and if Mason can't handle it, then maybe you need a stronger player. The coach got right up in Noah's face, jabbing a finger into his chest. Enough smart talk. I gave you a chance letting you on the team. Get your act together, or I'll change my mind. He turned to face the rest of the team. Why are you all standing around? Someone get the nurse! Noah jogged off to the bleachers, but not before glancing at me as I held Mason in my lap. Eventually someone came back with the nurse, and I moved to the sidelines as she assessed Mason's condition. There was nothing I could do but watch. Glancing to my right, I saw Noah sullenly sitting alone. I sat down next to him on the bleachers. He didn't even look up. You okay? Yeah, I just didn't mean to tackle him that hard. Know what? It wasn't your fault. Football's a rough sport. These things happen. He sighed, leaning back. I saw you run right for Mason when he went down. We've known each other since we were kids. Looking out for him is second nature at this point. I wish I had someone or something like that. Mason's a lucky guy. I wouldn't have guessed you felt that way, with the whole lone wolf thing you've got going. Yes, but that's how us become lone wolves. We have no one. I'm only human. Well, I hope you find someone who looks out for you. He got a distant look at his eyes, and he turned back towards the field. Looks like the nurse is done with Mason. I hope we can talk more like this sometime. I like seeing you open up a little. I don't do it often. Consider yourself special. Oh, I do. Mason was back on his feet, holding his shoulder gingerly. I hurried over, his eyes lit up as he saw me approach. Is everything okay? Turns out it's just a little sprain. No concussion either, but I appreciate you keeping me awake anyway. It should heal in a few days. He started to shrug, but then grimaced in pain. Stumbling forward, I caught him, holding him straight. Talk about overdramatic. Okay, Superman, but you need to take it easy until then. Remind me not to move for a bit. He closed his eyes and let out a breath. It was hard not to fixate on his firm muscles every time my hand brushed against his shoulder. Emma, thanks again for being here for me. I don't know what I'd do without you. He looked me straight in the eye, and for a long moment we were just gazing at each other, my hands against his chest. Our faces were so close together. But then his gaze flicked past Mason's shoulder at that person standing on the field behind us. Before I could react, Ava turned on her heel and hurried away. My stomach turned. My best friend had just seen me getting handsy with her boyfriend, and I had a feeling there'd be hell to pay. That's it. That's it. That's literally... oh my god. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Add down description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Without further ado, once again, thank you all for watching. We're past 12k subscribers. Very much thank you. It's much appreciated. If you haven't hit that subscribe button already, please do so. It's a great community. I've put out almost 3,000 videos of all types of content. So consider checking out, consider joining the, Locum's Loco community. Thanks again for watching. Peace out.